In the rural heart of Bavaria, Germany, the Hinterkaifeck murders have become one of the most notorious unsolved crimes in history. In 1922, 6 members of the Gruber family were brutally murdered on their isolated farmstead, leaving behind a chilling mystery that still captivates true crime enthusiasts and historians alike. This case remains a ghostly echo of unresolved violence and familial tragedy. Shrouded in suspicion, fear, and unanswered questions, the Gruber family lived a quiet life on their farm, Hinterkaifeck, which lay isolated in the woods about 70 kilometers north of Munich. The family comprised Andreas Gruber, the patriarch, aged 63, known for his stern demeanor and hard work; Cecilia Gruber, Andreas's wife, aged 72, often described as a devoted homemaker; Victoria Gruber, their 35-year-old daughter, who lived with her partner, and their 2 children. Victoria's partner, a 42-year-old man whose name is often overshadowed by the family's tragedy; Joseph, the 2-year-old son of Victoria; Maria, the 7-month-old daughter of Victoria. The family led a reclusive existence, relying on agriculture for sustenance, with little contact with neighbors. In the months leading up to the murders, strange events began to unsettle the Grubers. In the winter of 1921, Andreas Gruber reported hearing mysterious noises coming from the nearby woods at night. He also discovered unusual footprints in the snow that led from the forest to the farmhouse, but not back, raising alarms. Furthermore, he found a newspaper lying around that he hadn't ordered, indicating an unknown presence on the property. Despite these signs, the family remained largely unaware of the impending danger. They continued with their daily lives, farming and taking care of their children, oblivious to the dark fate that awaited them. On March 31, 1922, the Gruber family's fate took a horrific turn. On the following day, neighbors grew concerned when the family failed to attend church and neglected their livestock. After several days of silence, a neighbor, worried for their well-being, ventured to the farmhouse. What he discovered was a scene of unimaginable horror. Inside the home, the bodies of the Gruber family lay in various locations. Andreas and Cecilia were found in their bedroom, brutally bludgeoned to death with a heavy farming tool. Victoria and her partner were discovered in the living room, while little Joseph and Maria were found in their beds, having suffered the same brutal fate. In total, 6 lives were extinguished in a single night. The community was left in shock, grappling with the sheer brutality of the crime and the knowledge that the killer was still at large. As news of the murders spread, the local police launched an extensive investigation. Authorities scoured the crime scene, searching for clues that could lead them to the perpetrator. However, the initial stages of the investigation were hampered by a lack of forensic technology and the challenges of rural crime solving in the early 20th century. Investigators noted several peculiar aspects of the crime scene. Despite the brutal nature of the murders, no signs of forced entry were found, leading them to believe that the killer was someone the family knew. The absence of struggle suggested that the family may have been taken by surprise, or that they had trusted their assailant. A heavy mattock was identified as the murder weapon, which had been taken from the farm. The fact that it belonged to the Gruber family raised more questions about the identity of the murderer. As the investigation unfolded, various witnesses came forward with accounts that painted a vivid picture of the days leading up to the murders. Neighbors reported seeing a strange man lurking near the farm, but no one could identify him. Some speculated that the killer might have been a transient who had crossed paths with the family. In the wake of the murders, several theories emerged regarding the identity of the killer, the mysterious stranger. Eyewitness accounts of a man seen near the farm before the murders led to speculation that an outsider might have committed the crime. However, with no identification, this lead quickly went cold. Family tensions. The possibility of an internal conflict within the family was also considered. Some suggested that Victoria's relationship with her partner may have contributed to family discord. However, this theory lacked strong evidence. Neighborly disputes. Tensions over land and resources in the rural community led to scrutiny of a neighbor who had a contentious relationship with Andreas Gruber. Although he was investigated, he provided a solid alibi and was ultimately cleared. Local folklore. As the case garnered attention, rumors spread of curses and hauntings surrounding Hinterkaifeck. Some locals believed the murders were the result of supernatural forces, but these theories were rooted more in folklore than fact. Forensic challenges. The investigation faced significant challenges due to the forensic limitations of the time. While police collected evidence, including the murder weapon, the lack of advanced technology hampered their ability to analyze the scene. Fingerprinting and DNA analysis were still decades away, making it difficult to establish a clear profile of the murderer. As weeks turned into months, the investigation began to stall. Local authorities faced mounting pressure from the community to find the killer, but leads remained elusive. The case became a topic of gossip and speculation, with theories circulating among townspeople. In 1923, a detective named Georg Schmidt took over the investigation, but despite his efforts, no significant breakthroughs occurred. The lack of solid evidence, combined with the rural isolation of Hinterkaifeck, contributed to the case's stagnation. As the years passed, the Hinterkaifeck murders became a chilling chapter in Bavarian history. The farmhouse fell into disrepair, and locals avoided the area, which became associated with tragedy and horror. The case garnered media attention, and books were written about the unsolved crime, capturing the imagination of readers and amateur sleuths alike. In recent decades, interest in the Hinterkaifeck murders has seen a resurgence. With advancements in forensic science, some amateur investigators and historians have sought to revisit the evidence, hoping that modern techniques might uncover new insights. In 2007, a documentary was produced, reigniting public fascination with the case. New theories emerged, and investigators began examining the case with fresh eyes. Some proposed using modern forensic techniques to analyze the crime scene and the murder weapon, hoping to find previously unnoticed clues. The tale of the Hinterkaifeck murders is steeped in folklore and supernatural speculation. The abandoned farmhouse, now a dilapidated ruin, has become a site of pilgrimage for true crime enthusiasts and ghost hunters alike. Stories of ghostly apparitions and eerie noises have fueled the narrative, creating a legend that intertwines tragedy with the supernatural. Locals have reported strange occurrences in the area, claiming to hear whispers in the wind and see shadows moving in the darkness. These tales add an unsettling layer to the already chilling history of the murders, perpetuating the idea that the spirits of the Gruber family may still haunt the site of their brutal demise. The Hinterkaifeck murders left an indelible mark on the community and continue to haunt the collective memory of Bavaria. The unresolved nature of the case contributes to a sense of unease, a reminder that violence can erupt from the most unexpected places. As the decades have rolled by, the absence of closure has led many to speculate about the identity of the murderer. Was it an outsider, a neighbor, or perhaps even someone within the family? Each theory adds another layer of complexity to the case, perpetuating the mystery that has captivated so many.